For editing later?
Yes. Our assistant.
I will do that.
What was the meme again?
It was a meme about spirituality.
In day 1 and your friend 5 years later.
That one looks just like you there.
Which one?
5 years later.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this one. Totally forgot.
Aliens and stuff.
I'm on like day 6.
Yeah, you are the beginner here, so basically we need to explain to Nicolas our concept and what we know. So we could exchange some information because he also come from another world, a different world than ours, and to see what how we could share what we have here in Eastern Europe with North America, and how can we get the attention about the cosmic type of information, about spirituality, about the philosophy, because usually this is a concept that people neglect a little bit more, and maybe it's a good time to discuss with cultural differences as well, you know, from this perspective of spirituality and how our people in society as well, you know, like how you put those things together.
Please teach me your cosmic ways. Entry level. Entry level. Where do we start? I'm new here. I'm first day of spirituality. I'm on day 1, like the meme. You are on day 5,000. Give me your day 1 breakdown. Hit me with something.
Well, everything will be over in the end, so that is our main East European, like let's say, basis of spirituality. And if someone like from the West wants to start to learn a little bit about spirituality, if you ask me, it should have a solid base, and a better base than this, which is Arcana number 13 from the tarot card. You won't get better than this.
I don't understand this. What does it mean?
It means death, and also it's interesting because it has no name, because death in itself is absence. So that's why it's interesting that it doesn't it doesn't have a name, because it does not exist, because it's about nothing and absence. Does it make sense?
So it doesn't get better than this. That's what you're saying.
No, but it's like
Not
a point
necessarily.
where you got from, you know, because until you don't understand and you don't accept that you almost died, you almost dead already, you know, you died already or something like that.
You can always
can't-
die.
And you're gonna die, you know, because this is
The first base of spirituality, basically. Yeah.
Because people usually don't accept they're gonna die. They think, oh, I'm gonna live forever, I'm gonna do that in a certain amount of time, you know. They don't accept the idea they could die tomorrow, they could die in a year. It depends, you know, for everybody, but you're gonna die for sure. So that's something that you have to accept in the beginning. And also, like, in a certain perspective, because that's the complexity of spirituality, you know, it's you're somehow dead already, because that's so certain about your life, you know, that you were born and that you're gonna die. Those things, those two things are the most certain in your life. So yeah, that's the basic.
This sounds pretty dark and nihilistic.
Yeah,
Is
but
this the way it's supposed to be presented?
I
That-
think if you are thinking about that, you should think it should make you be more alive. Because you think about that and you are going to die, it should bring up inside of you an energy which you can, I don't know, make things happen and be more joyful and appreciate more. So it should have a good, positive energy about it. Because I'm going to die, that this means that I have to do something with the time I have left. So it should bring up good energy and enjoy the life to the fullest. So it doesn't have to be a nihilistic or depressing type of inner state, let's say.
Okay.
So, but it's I think these are kind of death, which has no name because it represents absence. Is the best representation of in this tarot deck.
Okay, so tarot deck. I'm not sure how any of this works. I'm guessing you pick cards, choose cards, or how does it work?
It depends on what type of question do you have in mind. So you want to find an answer, or you want to find out something.
Okay.
And it depends what type of spread you are going to make the person in front of you.
How about you give me a spread right now, or how do you do this? If I draw this card, what happens?
It depends on what type of question do you have in mind. So you want to know about, I don't know, the main themes in general are, I don't know, about love, about health, about, I don't know, you have something that...
It's like, what's a common question that you would get because again, I know nothing about this.
Yeah,
what's
sure.
a common question someone comes to you and asks, like...
So I made a few sessions with tarot, and I had only women so far, and every woman asked about love, about the relationship. Is the relationship is going to work, or am I going to stay with that partner, or what should I do? These types of questions.
Okay.
Regarding female, let's say.
Okay, so if we take these cards right now, let's do a little reading here.
Yeah.
And I ask this question: if I am going to be happy in 5 years in the current relationship I'm in.
Yeah, okay. Let's say we make a simple spread, like one card will represent the past, one card will represent the present, and one the future.
That's how it works? It's past, present, future?
Let's say it's a type of spread. You can have multiple types of...
Give me like 2 examples of spreads. So spread is past, present, future?
It's a type of
That's
spread.
one of them, and then what's one more?
One. You can of course draw 1 card, 3 cards, 2 cards, 5 cards. It depends on the type of spread. You can have, like I said, past, present, future, or maybe you can have, I don't know, problem, solution. Problem, solution, the path to the solution, and the end result.
Okay.
So you can section it however you want, but you have to have like a logic and a process to it.
Okay. Okay, so give me a reading here. I've never had a real one. You know, she gave me with random cards in the car that I gave her.
You did not like it, or?
I didn't understand it. I asked her. She tried to explain some things, but I don't know anything about it. You know, again, in Canada, we don't have tarot cards. I don't know how you pronounce it, but we don't have that. Not in my world. Maybe we do, but not in my world. So give me what you would do. I don't know. I'm a stranger. I come to you. I need some advice on my job or something. Am I going to be successful? What do I need to be successful? That's the question. I'll come with you.
Also, I have to mention that tarot cards, they don't give you an answer like black or white.
Okay.
I mean, if somebody asks you, will I succeed in this profession? They don't tell you yes or no. They are not that type of, but they can guide you and lead you in a certain direction to know how you are going to proceed. They're like a guide.
Guidance?
Like guidance, yeah, exactly. But they cannot. They can.
It's not me the truth, yes and no.
Yes, of course not, because you're not a witch. You cannot.
Yeah,
it depends a lot of yourself, and it can make you think. It can make you make connections and with the real world and with the inside of you.
Okay.
It's like somehow like a dream, you know. You have in your dream some images, and you're gonna connect those images with your own experience, and you might understand something from those dreams, you know. Because usually this is something you see an image on the street, and you're gonna connect with something, you know. And this is a knowledge left to us, the tarot, through images, through symbols, through drawings, and the people that saw and understood something about life, they have knowledge, they try to transmit us through those cards, you know. So it has to be the impact on you, to leave you thinking about that image, what you saw about the symbol, that you saw in a card.
I make my own interpretation of it, or do you interpret what I'm...
With a little guidance,
both,
because
you have a
both.
subjective interpretation, but also you can have an objective one.
Sure.
When I opened the pack of tarot cards in the car, there was a description of each card. It was like a booklet telling you what each card means. So you have to tell me what each card means, right? Or do I have to make my own assumption of what it means?
Both, I think.
Yeah, but take that with a little bit of salt, because usually Western cultures, when they see like something which is symbolic in its nature, has the tendency to go like materialistic. For example, how can I be successful? And let's say I draw this card for your future time, like it's this one. Usually Western people like, oh, that's a tower, I should start construction working.
Literally.
Yeah, and try to have to hold like the contradiction between what do you actually see as, let's say, face value, compared to what we actually try to transmit to you via what the card transmitted along the way with the knowledge from, let's say, the ancients, and the ancient knowledge which stands with the whole card and conception.
Okay.
What we are trying to do as card readers, from what we did so far, is to do this in this context of spreading, and someone has a question on it. We try to explain, like, because each card represents like a specific level of reality and some specific laws of the universe which actually work. And by being in this type of spread, it will actually give you an idea about the road, and it won't be specific wise, because that's what the Western culture does, and it does greatly in that nature, because it does and fixes things specifically. Like, this light is broken, we have to fix it. This economy is broken and we have to fix it. Something like that.
Yeah.
Some of them do, some of them don't, but that's another case. And what they are actually trying to do, because let's say you have like a situation, the present, and it's like, let's say, a specific card. We'll actually use this one as an example. La Maison Dieu. The tower, yeah, it's mostly the tower. And if you try to tell to someone, it's like, oh, okay, it's a tower.
For example, you can interpret this card with an objective experience that we all go through in life. For example, when you grow up, you experience life as an adult, and you see that you go through hardships and heavy things, and it's like falling from a tower, and you get in contact with the physical real world, and it affects you, and it can transform you to evolve, maybe.
Okay.
So that's a possible objective general meaning of it, for example.
See, I would have taken it completely different. I would have thinking he was an idiot that fell off a tower, but I'm taking it literally.
That too, maybe.
And stupidly.
No, not really. It depends on the context and on the question you have inside you.
Okay.
And also, it's important, if you want to know something, it's important that you draw the cards. You will select, because you have that emotion with them, and it can guide you. So if you want to know something, it's better.
Magnetism.
It's a magnetism, and you should draw them, not me.
Okay, and another there's a saying, isn't it, like the higher you climb, the harder you fall, or something similar of that nature?
That's the whole point of the actual tarot type of cards. It's the same way as the meme tried to explain us. It tells something about you. By you reacting to it, it's actually you reacting to it, and what you actually say, most of the time you actually say it for yourself. So your first reaction, like, oh, somebody fell, like, and that's, if you reflect that back to it, you're like, oh wait, so I fell, oh crap. And that's usually what most of the time, what's like actual art and tries to tell the truth about you, it reflects back to what you actually try to set in your inner self. And don't try to fake the first reaction, because that's the most natural one.
Okay.
And every card is governed by the same cosmical laws, like the law of contradiction, the law of three, which we'll get on in more details on another podcast.